have a ball and chain? Who doesn't have a ball and chain? Careful. I know you're excited. Once your ball and chains are on, then line up at the door. Marlon, your hat. Imran, your hat. Come and get it.
Well, the Scaring Young Boys program I came up with probably 2 to 3 years ago, and I started, you know, we'd always bring the boys in and show them round, and I found that they'd ask questions like, you know, do you get takeaway food? Yes, you do. Do you get ice cream? Sometimes you do. Oh, I quite like the games in here. And the boys, they weren't frightened of the place because, you know, some things about this place aren't frightening. Yes, we've got monkey bars, we've got soccer, we've got activities that go on in the yard. We do like to keep the boys, you know, busy and entertained. And a lot of these young fellows were coming in and saying, well, this ain't such a bad place. So I decided to amp things up a little bit and to make sure that they left with some sort of fear.
Be sensible, guys. I know you're excited. Spare one here if we need one.
Sometimes I get the dog out. We've got our sniffer dog and I'll get him to do... Penny has one of those arm things and he does an attack on the arm. And we did the throat one year too, around Petty's throat, and that was a sort of punishment exercise that I said that to the young fellows, that's what happens if you do the wrong thing. It scares them. You want to scare them. You don't want them ending up in a place like this.
All right. Shut up.
I had a young fellow come in. He was a 10 or 11-year-old. He'd been in a lot of trouble at school and he'd been, you know, swearing and spitting on teachers and all sorts of things, and he was headed towards a life of crime. He'd got in with the wrong crowd, a lot of older boys. His mum brought him in and she was in tears at reception, and she said, look, show him round, and I gave him a tour of the place, and we went to we saw the cells. I took him to the kitchen and I showed him how to cut up a carrot, and what we did was I had a false finger and some fake blood, and I pretended that I'd chopped my finger off, and I'm not sure how that frightened him, but it certainly was quite an effective device to scare him off. Yes. So I'd be very surprised if that fellow reoffended after seeing what goes on behind these walls.
No hitting each other over the heads with your balls, please.
I don't feel like I push it too far. We've had tears. I've had boys leave in tears, I must admit, and I do handcuff the young guys on their way around, and that can be an uncomfortable experience. I did pull out the capsicum spray on a young guy once, and that he did get it stings at first, and then it goes away after a while. So he was a little upset by that, but I got the results, and the results were he didn't end up in trouble, and that's the main thing. I mean, my dream is that there's no need for a place like this. That's my dream, that there's no boys in here, that I'm out of a job, and that everyone's being good and doing the right thing. So, you know, each little thing I can do to help that, then that's all good.